The last behavioral bias we're going to discuss is herding. We must have observed this bias from animal behavior. Some animals just follow the herd rather than thinking on their own. In financial markets context, this means an investor ignoring his or her own information and just following other people's information. Herd behavior may amplify trends, may add to momentum, so it may lead to positive autocorrelation followed by reversals. This type of herd behavior may actually be rational. In animals with a little amount of brain power, herd behavior may help survive, especially in case of external danger. In most of the cases, if you are in the middle of the herd, or at least among the herd, you are safer compared to being alone outside. And in the financial markets context, surprisingly, it may be institutional investors and professional money managers who exhibit more herd behavior rather than individuals, which you may think at the first sight. The reason for this is that it is difficult to beat the market. By efficient markets theory, we know that stock returns are unpredictable. So a professional money manager has little chance to beat the market and to earn above average abnormal returns. Rather, many professional money managers have their deficiencies, sometimes lack of skills, sometimes lack of knowledge that they would like to hide. And in many cases, the performance evaluation is a comparison against the market, against the average. So being below the average may be much costly for a money manager than the probability and the reward of being above the average. So most money managers have some incentive to be as close to the average as possible, because deviating on the lower side would be more costly and beating the average is low probability. So what they do is just to mimic the others, especially other institutional investors, other professional managers, so to behave like a herd. So institutional herd behavior gives rise to strong trends and momentum in the stock market and in other financial markets. Sometimes you would have noticed strange but strong price movements. They are usually caused by herding by hedge funds. So this type of behavior may sometimes help market efficiency because institutional investors have usually better information, but sometimes it may lead to exaggeration of market movements. So it may create excessive volatility. As an individual investor, you may be exposed to institutional herding, which may sometimes damage you by apparently illogical, strong action by institutional money managers. This is usually how individual investors lose money in most of the cases in financial markets. Because institutional investors think differently than individual investors, and they trade for different reasons which are difficult to understand by individual investors, by us. So when we are caught by an institutional herd, usually we have difficulty to understand what's going on. So what is the appropriate strategy for the individual investor? Usually most people say it's better to stay out of the herd, but this is not correct. At the beginning stage of a strong institutional herding, you should rather join the herd. You should not be contrarian to the herd. But this is a temporary action, and a switch point should follow immediately. So the rule is join the herd at the beginning, but then switch your position on time before the herd changes direction.